Sparking entrepreneurial inspiration, creativity, and connectivity were the driving forces behind an event held Tuesday, September 12th, at the Wilburton Inn in Manchester Village. Hosted by Burlington-based Emboldia, a networking organization that aims to bring together entrepreneurs, investors, and potential clients, a panel of two marketing and design experts, moderated by Joy Proft, a Manchester businesswoman, held a wide-ranging discussion about being in business in Vermont for yourself, as well as how to work off popular perceptions of the Vermont brand identity to reach an audience of consumers under the age of 40. Mark Purrier, the founder of Emboldia, talked about what prompted the idea to bring the event to Manchester.
I wanted to have it, the idea was to try to connect entrepreneurs and collaborators and investors, seed investors, with people that they haven't met before that lives in Vermont that are trying to do creative and innovative things. It's mainly tech focused, but having the Emboldia event in Manchester, I wanted to see if I can somehow maybe take the message in an economic development initiative, pretty much so.
The audience of about 30 people heard from Issa Salabini, a partner at Fuse, a youth marketing agency based in Burlington, and Michael Jagger, the chief creative officer at Solidarity of Unbridled Labor, a Burlington-based design studio. The pair spoke about marketing to millennials and Gen Z, the next youth cohort coming along, that would be people born since 1995, operating a business, and, in particular, operating a business in Vermont. At one point, Jagger discussed the key elements of branding, a concept much on the minds of many business people in Manchester currently, and the subject of a workshop during the previous week's planning conference, which attracted municipal planners from across northern New England.
I think one of the things that I think you need to think about, whether it's the retaining of talent, the attraction of talent, the business growth opportunity, entrepreneurial and otherwise, the ability to brand place is the pivot point. It really is at the heart of everything. And we assumed that we would look at some of this topic. I mean, certainly we were given all of the economic development reports and things. So thank you for sharing the content and the history. The analysis and study has been very deep. But the ability to create place and meaningful, relevant, aspirational place is really at the heart of it. And there's an opportunity to create, if you can synchronize to amplify what it is you're doing and get more people working together around a more unified idea of what it is to exist in this region and what makes it different and unique, what differentiates it on every level, and then capture that and express it through design and communication and tone. Places like Austin happen because of a synchronization of purpose and identity and image that everyone gets and aligns on. Many cities have Austin envy because of South by Southwest. I can't even count how many people are like, Vermont needs a South by Southwest or Burlington. And they're not the only city that has done.
Salabini followed that with observations on what makes Vermont, or could make Vermont, attractive for younger workers to come and live, work, stay, and play here. Another topic much on the minds of everyone from economists, public officials, and employers who worry about an aging population and workforce.
We often think about B2B marketing and economic development about trying to hook that new Amazon HQ2, but realistically, we're not getting Amazon HQ2. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, read the New York Times. But, everybody wants the big fish. Realistically, there's a much better chance to bring lots of entrepreneurial folks, small businesses and other things to a great place.
Grow.
The recreation assets, I take candidates mountain biking and show them the insane mountain biking that you can ride to from my office, because I know that's better than what they're going to get if they work in New York City, if they like mountain biking. If they prefer, drinking at Brooklyn bars and going bowling at 4 a.m., that's cool. They're going to go to Brooklyn, but I got what I have here and I play that card really hard. So if you move here, you need to know what your next two jobs are. Mm-hmm. And that means just understanding what else is happening in town, because people don't assume that they're going to stay at the same job for 10 years. And so if you're looking for employees, they want to know the rest of the scene, what else is going on. It's pretty funny, but when I'm trying to interview folks, I'll give them a list of 10 or 15 other marketing agencies in Vermont because they don't know they exist. So I talk about Michael's company because, hey, if it doesn't work out here, you just moved your family to Vermont. You want to know that you don't have to move back out somewhere else. So a little bit of that, just market the whole region, not just your own specific business.
The audience also heard several shameless plugs from several supporters of the Emboldia event, who offered pitches for their ideas about their work and took advantage of the platform offered by the event to promote their businesses or ideas.
Hi, my name is Sheila Selden, and I'm a graphic designer. I'm here to introduce myself to you and promote my business, which is Sheila Selden Design. I've been a designer for over 30 years.
In a question and answer session that followed, several area entrepreneurs posed questions to the panelists.
Instagram account, which is very easy, but what I find is that really reaches people all over the country, many of whom never visit this area. And that, of course, is cheaper. Facebook, I'm pretty ambivalent about just because of how I don't love that platform, but it definitely reaches people. But I feel torn all the time. Should I invest thousands in print media that will reach people who actually live here, or should I be spending a lot of time like sculpting my online marketing? But it's very unclear.
Peter Campbell, the owner of the Crooked Ram, a craft beer shop in Manchester, spoke about some of the challenges he faced when opening a business in town.
The biggest challenge has been, I guess, loneliness and willing to do something very different from a lot of my peers who are mostly also living in big cities. But I think that's been counterbalanced. It was harder before we opened the business because it was lonely, it was hard to meet people, and it was very easy to kind of get consumed with daily tasks. Now that we have the business open and I'm getting to meet a lot of people who just are coming into the shop, it's been a lot better. It's getting to meet people that have moved here from all over the world who are actually really interesting, doing really interesting stuff. But you don't get to meet those people walking down the street.
Joy Proft, who moderated the discussion and who is the founder and owner of Joy All Things Under Things, a lingerie shop in Manchester, summed up her takeaway from the evening after it was over.
One of the best things about the evening was when people went around the room and talked about their business and their ideas. And here you have someone with a food product wondering how to get the message out there or get to the next level. And lo and behold, the next guy who has the microphone has some sort of artisanal food cooperative type situation. So I think there's some good networking that went on here, and I'm really excited to just move forward.
For the GNet TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.